Hey there guys, and welcome back to Date Warp. As I said last time, I'm recording these all in a row, so I'm recording this right after the end of the last one. So let's just pick up where we left off and see whatever Janet's gonna find out, okay? Okay. They're not gonna tell me everything, so I'm just gonna have to find out on my own. In particular, what is down in the basement? Probably nothing. Oh really, probably nothing. You're so curious about this basement, and yet you suspect there's nothing. Probably nothing, probably just some switch boxes and storage and things, but I'd like to see for myself. I'm not an idiot, I'm not going to touch anything that looks like it might be related to the electrical system. I just want to look. Now the staircase down was around here somewhere. Well, well, what have we here? Where did he come from? Sneaking around, Janet? I was... How can Janet explain what she's doing here? Oh no. Well, lonely probably will give him points, so I guess hungry. Probably, anyway. I don't know what gives points to Linz. Let's see. This is probably quick. Yeah, there we go. Hungry! I was hungry, so I came down to make myself a midnight snack, that's all. After all the worry about making the limited food supply last for 4 days, you are stealing a snack? Oops, cover. It's the same amount of food no matter how quickly or slowly we eat it. It only matters that we don't waste any. And what about making sure that each person gets their fair share? Change of plans. Best defense is good offense. What are you doing here? Are you just mad because I caught you trying to sneak food too? No harm done, right? We can both forget about all this and go back to bed. Together? What? No! What? Go on, then. I'll be right behind you. That's not creepy at all. Fucking Linz. I have had it with you and your insinuations. Do you actually take lessons in being a creepy, twisted little pervert? Well, at least we lost a point with Linz. That's good. That's good if we're going after Albin still. I take issue with the little. Well, tough. Blech. Sticking out my tongue at you. Gonna stomp away before you can get the better of me again. So much for exploring. I shouldn't have lost my temper like that. I don't want him to be my enemy. But I'm tired, and I want to go home. And I've got no one to rely on but myself. I feel so alone. Maybe this time I can manage to dream of something happier. Really hoping we get to another opportunity for points with Albin again sometime soon. The next morning, I'm awakened by a gentle knock at the door. Janet, are you awake? I quickly run my fingers through my hair and try to arrange myself. Come in. Since it's not possible to get out at the moment, I've made the sitting room available this morning for quiet prayer if you wish. Oh no, I'm not religious. And I've had more than enough with faking my way through practices I don't believe in with my high school's daily chapel services. I grew up caught between the rituals of my school and the remnants of my grandparents' religion, and never feeling that I quite understood either of them. I don't have any shrines or statues in my dorm room, and I certainly don't go to church. Religion isn't part of my life now. Of course, Vanessa's Christian, and she never goes to church either. I'm not sure very many people do if they're not obligated by schools or families. Well then, we'll see you for breakfast when you're ready. He leaves me to finish my morning preparations. When I come downstairs, Nathaniel and Linz are waiting for me. What did you and Raphael work out about food arrangements? Is Raphael not here? There should be enough to go around as long as we don't waste anything. Your kitchen was pretty well stocked. There are some fresh strawberries that need to be eaten today. All the meat is frozen, so it's vegetables, bread, and milk that will go off fastest. After that, just make sure that when you cook things, you eat the leftovers quickly. Since it appears to be serve yourself this morning, I head into the kitchen to get some fruit and plain cereal. Nathaniel follows and does the same, although he picks a cereal with nuts in it. Linz shows no interest in food, heading straight for the French press to make a cup of coffee. We may run out of milk before the 4 days. 3 now, I suppose, are up. But there's plenty of oatmeal and spices, and I can make porridge with water. I return to the dining room to eat my breakfast. Nathaniel comes in from the kitchen, bringing a glass of water along with his cereal. Mustn't forget these. Oh wow, pretty boy picture right there. He picks up one of the pots of roses and carefully adds a small amount of... Wow! Wow! That is some pretentious rose water straight from the rose vase. Can you get any more Bishonen? They're very pretty. And helpless. But as long as we are here to care for them, they will bloom for us. He finished... Oh! Oh! I feel dumb. He was watering the rose. I thought he was pouring, like, rose water from the roses into, like, his water glass so he could have, like, pretentious rich person water. Why would it be that? Why would you get rose water for actual roses? I don't know, but that's what the picture looked like to me because he was holding the vase. Okay, then. Okay, so he finishes watering the roses, sets it with his cereal. A minute or two later, Albin turns up. I thought you were... Nah, it's not the same. Anyway, it's not my fault I'm stuck in here. Coffee's in the pot. Thanks. He heads off to the kitchen. Addicts. No coffee for you, then? Only when I need to stay up late typing or something. By the way, is there somewhere I can get on the internet from here? I know the phones are down, but it might still work. You're just asking this now? I've just realized you never asked if you could use a computer or something earlier. When does this game take place? The what? The internet to send an email? I don't... Oh... Here comes plot stuff, I'm sure. I guess he's not much for... Don't shrug that off! Everyone knows what the fucking internet is! If someone doesn't, that's a fucking red flag! Don't let that go! Fine then! Okay, I shrug and turn to Linz. Does your connection work? Can I borrow it? What sort of connection? To connect your computer to the network. Which network? The internet! Which internet? Stop playing dumb. If you don't want me using your computer, just say so. Do you know what she's talking about? I'm not sure. Oh my god, these are either like time-displaced people or from an alternate dimension or something, or like, I don't know. Crazy sci-fi stuff. How can they possibly not know what the internet is? Something's not right here. The internet. The World Wide Web? The information superhighway and Al Gore's stupid campaign speeches? Oh? For a moment, I'm lost for words. This isn't possible. Albin re-enters carrying a mug and some toast. Morning. Who's the president? What? President of what? The President of the United States! United Arab States? I'm not certain. I've never been there. Who rules this country? Queen Charlotte, nominally. Ferraro's prime minister, though. I just stare. What's with her? This is the United States of America. We have a president, not a queen. No country has a Queen Charlotte, and everyone knows what the internet is. She's as crazy as Bradley. I am not crazy. I fetch my purse and dig out what money I had with me. Just a few bills and coins, but they're enough to show the logos and famous figures from the USA. Where did these come from? Plenty of board games print funny money. Not coins. Linz picks up a nickel and eyes it curiously. And these dates are accurate? Why wouldn't they be? They're in the future. Eh? She's supposed to be a time traveler now? Get real. Not exactly. Some of those years are real. What year is it for you? 1984! 'Cause of course it is! The most significant year in the 1900s in all of fiction. Over 20 years in the past? Oh, so it's not quite the 2010s in Janet's time either. Well, I guess not, because like this game wasn't made super recently, but it was made in either in the 2010s or late 2000s, I think, right? I don't know. Where do you come from? I come from here! I went to high school at St. Teresa's and then to Brooke College, and then I went on a drive with Bradley, and there's no school named Brooke College near here. I've lived in Memphis my whole life. Memphis was a city in ancient Egypt. This is Chickasaw Oaks. Bradley was right. This house doesn't exist. You're all hallucinations or spirits or something. Oh my god. She has lost it. I can assure you that I am quite real. He touched me earlier when he was setting up the magnets for the tests. He's not a ghost, but what is he? Do you have any other evidence for your story? Do you have evidence for yours? I believe I asked you first. I shake out my purse on the table, revealing a book published in the USA, 1991, a pen, a hairbrush, a keyring, my wallet with up-to-date bank card, student ID, state non-driver's ID, packet of tissue, squished pack of vending machine crackers, and, of course, my cell phone. I hand over the evidence along with explanations. After I turn on the cell phone, Linz takes it from my hands and stares in fascination. What's so exciting about no signal? Full color in such high resolution. Something so small? You really are living in the past. It's just a toy. I'm sure we could produce a toy like this with dedicated factories, but the cost would be far too much for a prank, even for someone like Nathaniel. Do you truly come from the future, Janet? There wasn't a Queen Charlotte in the 80s either. There hasn't been a king or a queen here for over 200 years. A parallel universe. Fascinating. That's impossible. Not impossible, just very, very improbable. Perhaps you judged Bradley's motives too quickly. I never denied having a colossal ego. Bradley, we have to let him out and find out what he knows. He's been researching this. He attacked us. He was scared and confused. He won't do it again. So you're on his side after all? I'm on my side. Something very strange is going on. We should share what knowledge we have. Well, I won't be a part of it because you guys are just too uncool for me. No time travel shenanigans. No, none of it. Come on, Linz. If they're letting him out, we better make sure that the lab is secure. What do you know about the lab, Mr. Albin? I am curious to know. I'm surprised they actually didn't find out anything from reading the books in the library. Not finding anything familiar. Maybe they thought they were fiction books or something, I don't know. And so your colonies declared independence in the time of King George III. That's right. No American Revolution, no Continental Congress. Instead, they have a country named Atlanta after the ocean, and it's part of the British Commonwealth. But the river is still the Mississippi. Was it the same King George that we had? It would seem so. Perhaps this is where our worlds diverged. That depends. Have you ever heard of Shakespeare? What's that? Okay then, your world is a lot different from ours. Once he heard that Nathaniel and the others might actually believe his story, Bradley was eager to help. He doesn't even seem to hold a grudge about being locked up overnight. Well, that's convenient. I was wondering how we'd go throughout the rest of this story without seeing Bradley again, by the way, so I'm glad he's being brought back in somehow. Of course, Nathaniel is not returning Bradley's weapon. I don't know what happened to it. They didn't tell me, which is reasonable. What would you recommend as a good world history text? It would be interesting to see what else. Don't get distracted, Janet. If this is another world, learning its history won't solve our problems. I don't know, Bradley. A lot can be learned from history. There could be lots of good context to learn. Which are? How did we get here? What happened to the other people who disappeared? And how do we get home? All very good questions. You. Please, we should not be enemies. Perhaps not. However, I should inform you that the entrance to my laboratory is locked and trapped with a variety of interesting measures. Therefore, if you are here to engage in industrial espionage, you should be advised to reconsider, unless you enjoy excruciating pain. In which case, we might be able to devise something more entertaining to do together. You freak. Is this all part of some scheme of yours after all? You may fool them, but you don't fool me. Bradley, stop it. We need his help. He doesn't want to help us. On the contrary, if you have discovered a method of extra-universal travel, I am eager to learn all that I can about it. Where's Albin? He still believes that these two are either deranged or unfriendly agents or both. But you've changed your mind. That's my prerogative. Okay, so what do we know? We've jumped from our world into yours, and this has probably happened to people before. Bradley, you said people were disappearing every 5 years, and the first one was 25 years ago, right? The first one I could find in the papers. Not every missing person gets news coverage, and it's not easy to know where someone's disappeared from. There could be more. Of course, why would anything be simple? But did they all come here? Susan said she saw a large house with lights in the window, but that's not much of a description. I thought it was this house, but I can't be sure. Susan was your sister? Susan is my sister! She's out there, somewhere. Well, what does she look like, in case we saw someone like her here? Taller than you, about 5'9", brown hair down past her shoulders, bright purple streaks, hazel eyes. She has 3 piercings in one ear, 1 in the other. The night she went out 5 years ago, she was in a little black dress and a red leather jacket, and her old blue backpack. She'd been out to a party. She was coming back. Her car broke down, and she went to the house for help. She was only 20. I'm sorry, if someone like that had knocked on her door, I think I would remember. I didn't live in this province 5 years ago, and neither did Raphael. You might ask Albin. A girl like that, if she'd come to this city, could have ended up running in with his friends. What do you mean, a girl like that? You trying to start something, buddy? Now, don't rush to judgment. I have very fond memories of that kind of girl. You slimy son of— Quiet! Bradley, he always talks like that. Don't rise to it. Linz, please remember that this young man does not know if his sister is alive or well. Please be gentle with him. My point was only that she sounds like a young woman who prefers entertainment to study. Bradley sighs. It doesn't matter anyway. Susan was going to the house that she saw. If she was never here, if she was thrown into some other universe, there's always hope. She could have arrived at a time when I was away from home. When Lynn's experiment is complete and the force field is gone, we can contact. Linz glares at Nathaniel, but I'm distracted as the weight of the matter suddenly settles on my shoulders. We're in another universe. Different history, different science, different people. With that force field, when that force field goes away, we'll still be in another universe. We're not trapped for 3 days. We're trapped for ever. My head spins. Linz is speaking, but I can't hear him. Oddly enough, it's his presence that gives me focus. The last time I panicked, he knocked me out. I don't want him to do it again. I have to think positively. Wait, someone's talking to me. Janet, are you alright? I'm okay. I'm just thinking about our problems, like you said. Your sister has never been able to get home, right? Even if we find her, what do we do then? If we're trapped here, how do we live? My school doesn't exist in this universe. How do I get my degree? Of course it would come down to that. Perhaps I could help. We'll find a way out. I got here, didn't I? When everyone said it was impossible, and I didn't even know where I was trying to get to. And now you'll have someone intelligent assisting you. Bradley glares, but this time he is able to resist Linz's taunting. However, for the next 3 days, our focus is still here. The procedure must be completed. But some of us enjoy multitasking. We can't afford to lose you to another universe. Naturally. Nathaniel closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. Bradley, Janet, you are my guests, and I will do what I can for you, so as long as you are respectful to the other members of this house. Please stay out of the basement, and don't disturb Linz when he needs to work. Please respect the privacy of others. I understand. Yeah, whatever. And I expect you'll be able to find many interesting books here, now that you know where you are. So, if you'll excuse us. With a polite nod, Nathaniel exits, and Linz goes with him. Just our luck we ended up in a universe of force fields and mad scientists, huh? Could be worse. Could be dragons. No, really, a rich guy offering us a place to stay while we search, and a crazy scientist helping us get back. That's about the best we could hope for. So you don't think there's serial killers or ghosts anymore? I don't know anything for certain, but this explanation makes more sense. The simplest explanation is usually true, right? I have no idea what the heck is simple in this situation. I don't even know what simplest would be. The simplest explanation that this is all one crazy dream. I wonder if she's right too. You don't really think that, do you? Well, you might have slipped something funny in my food at dinner that night, but probably not. We're standing there smiling at each other and thinking about what a wild, mixed-up world it is, and therefore we don't even hear someone else enter the room. Uh-oh. Don't think you're getting off that easy. Nathaniel's soft, wants to think everybody's all nicey nice. But I'm not. You're a coward and a liar and a maniac, and I'm not going to forgive what you've done. What about you? You've been hassling us ever since we got here. You punched me in the face. You tried to kill me. And if I tried to kill you, you'd be dead. They look like they're about to come to blows. What should Janet do? Oh my god! Oh no! Oh no. I think I should probably save here if I'm able to, because I don't know which one's better for Albin's route. Just a sec. I keep forgetting to save. I guess here's fine. Okay. So we can jump back here if we mess up. Because I do want to make sure we get Albin's route, even though I haven't looked anything up. I haven't looked a single thing up, so I don't know if we're getting the right route or not, even. So I guess let's just go, I don't know. I guess, whatever. There we go! Sure! Alright, it's time for a CG. Before they can get any more painfully macho, I rush between them. Janet! Knock it off, you two! Nobody cares that you hate each other! We're all stuck in here, so shut up! Get out of my way! Make me! This is between him and me! You shut up, too! What do you think you're gonna accomplish anyway, knocking each other's teeth out? You'll bleed all over the carpet and you'll still be here, idiots! Jeez, Janet. You're fucking right. Jeez. Albin raises his hand in surrender and takes a step back. I submit to Janet. Oh good, we picked the right one. We impressed him with our, like, scarily accurate assessment of the situation. I don't like you. You know that. Point made. Stay out of my way. He leaves the library. Was that a point with Bradley too? Well, alright, that's fine. We have less points with him. Fewer points with him. Phew, I thought the guy was gonna brain me again. If you didn't want to fight, why were you egging him on? This is just some kind of stupid guy thing. You heard him. He wasn't gonna let it go, and sorry, wouldn't cut it. Some people keep pushing until you push back. So you have to butt heads. It is a stupid guy thing. Maybe. Was somebody yelling? Oh, no, it's Raphael. Was somebody yelling? Raphael peers tentatively into the room. You! Hi, we have a long story to tell you. Okay. I'm sure it'll be fun. I'm sure it'll be a fun time. The door is closed, hiding the force field from my view. And now that I've had some time to think about it, I wonder what lies beyond. There's a whole new world out there. Are there trees like our trees? Are the squirrels gray or red or black? Traffic lights, street signs, airplanes? Everything could be foreign. There's 100,000 things I want to see. As long as the barrier lasts, the mansion is my entire universe. Me and them. Of all the boys, it's Albin I feel most drawn to. Probably because I've been navigating that way purposefully the whole time. There were sparks between us the moment we met. He's beautiful, all that pale skin and dark hair and eyes filled with shadows. He's infuriating, rude, touchy, mysterious. But we all know how much girls like the bad boys. Oh, yes we do. I don't know him, not really. He's a stranger to me. And yet he feels familiar. I feel like I understand so many things he isn't saying. It's like there's this restless energy coiled up in him all the time. He charges from place to place, never satisfied. He's not happy here. I can't blame him. I don't like being trapped in here either. When those eyes met mine, I lost my thoughts. I could just stand there, staring. But he always breaks the moment, lashing out at me, at Bradley, at himself. Sometimes he frightens me. There were times when I tensed up, thinking he was about to snap, to strike me, wondering how much it would hurt. But it never happened. I believe he's intelligent and insightful, and has a wicked sense of humor. But am I just projecting what I want him to be? That's very possible. You very much could be. I don't know him, but I can't stop thinking about him. I've never felt like this before. There's a tragedy locked behind those eyes. I know there is. Like shards of black glass. Wow, this is getting super prosy. I don't know purple prosy, but it's getting near there. like shards of black glass, dangerous and fragile at the same time. What ties him to this place? He knows all of them, but he belongs to none of them. He's as much of an outsider as I am. I spent my childhood in a school too small for me to vanish into the crowd. I knew everyone, and I knew what they thought of me. I didn't think it mattered. I was going to show them all, be better than them all. Last year, after all my dreams fell apart, there were a few moments when I hated them. But I don't have that kind of rage in me. Not really. I'm not a vengeful person. Albin is. Still, even when things were at their worst, with Bradley and his foolish gun waving, Albin didn't really hurt him. He hit him a few times, but he stopped. He makes threats, but he backs down. I want to see him smile. I want to touch that dark place inside of him, even if it burns me. Maybe even because I know it will. Oh my god. I find Albin in the study, curled up in the fireplace with a cigarette and a notebook.
Don't move.
Eh? I instinctively look around me, trying to figure out why I'm not supposed to move. Albin sighs.
Take a few steps back, sit down out of the way.
Okay. He doesn't sound mad at me, not exactly. So I'll do what he says and see what happens. He's scribbling something on that notebook. No, he's sketching. Oh my god, he's an emo art boy. You're an artist? He stubs out the cigarette inside the fireplace and tears off the sheet he's been drawing and crumples it up.
Stand up, over there.
Cool, is he gonna draw me? I stand across from his seat in the fireplace and strike a pose.
Not like that, just stand normally.
Okay. Of course, once you're thinking about the way you're standing, it's hard to do it normally. A pose of nonchalance is still a pose, it just takes as much effort as any other pose. Obviously, what I'm supposed to do is not think about it, but how do I not think about it when I'm thinking about not thinking about it? Oh god, I've gone cross-eyed. Quick, think about something else, like pink elephants. Wise pink elephants. Wise pink elephants carrying sweets and flowers, dancing in a line along a dirt path.
You're twitching.
Sorry, elephants make me twitch. Alright, no dancing. Something more sedate. A sunrise. That's pretty. But boring to stand and stare at. How long is this gonna take? Are you done? Can I look?
Well, whatever.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Okay, so you had to draw her nude? Okay, that's fine.
There's just one thing, though.
That's what I wanted to know!
Why am I naked?
What, you don't like me seeing you naked?
He stands up and takes the sketchbook back from me. You have not seen me naked. He shrugs.
If you watch someone move, you know pretty much what their body looks like. Everything fits together the same way. It's normal to sketch the body lines first and be sure you've got the proportions right. Clothes come later. Or not.
Wow, Mr. Creeper. Play all edgy, but really you're just as pervy as Lynn's, I bet. I fold my arms and scowl at him.
Maybe I should have sketched you like that instead.
Well, if you want to, you could always draw me later. So you're an artist, huh? He just shrugs. What sort of things do you do? Just sketches?
Tagging.
What's that?
You don't know if it... I wonder if it's the same thing as in this universe.
I just said that. He reaches out and pinches my arm.
Tag.
And... Oh my god! Is he really doing this? I tear after him and he heads up the stairs. Alvin, don't be so cute! He's got a good head start, but when I reach the hallway upstairs, he's slumped against a wall, breathing hard. Are you okay? He coughs.
Yeah.
See, you shouldn't smoke. It's bad for your lungs.
Whatever, I let you catch up. Cha.
Oh, right. I thump him on the shoulder. Tag.
Don't worry, I will have my revenge.
Suddenly his face falls.
You should go.
What's wrong?
Go away! I'll talk to you later. Just leave me alone for now. I need to brood.
Things are getting, like, surprisingly cute. Oh no. Well, I guess after that cuteness, maybe we should stop on the CG and save whatever comes next for next time. I'll see you then, and we will figure out if we know more about what's going on, if we can figure a way out of this universe, turn over the image of Albin playing tag cutely and playfully in our minds. I don't know. I will see you guys for the next episode. Goodbye!